Hello, Virgo, to do your reading for September. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium as well as I cover the astrology, and I come to you live during the month as well for regular updates. So, both astrologically, energy forecast, human resonance, and twin flame journey. So, I've pulled a ruin for you. Now, this is the ruin that's come out, and it's facing the past. So, I feel as though this is relating to an energy of deep reflection. Now, we do have, as I mentioned in the previous videos, Mars going retrograde on the 9th. We also have on September the 13th, we have Saturn of Jupiter going direct. And then on the 29th, we have Saturn going direct. So we have quite an action-packed month. Now, last month, which is still technically resonating with this because we're sort of a bit shell-shocked moving into September. Energetically, you might have had triggers to do with family, tribe, belief systems, inner healing. Those things to that degree are due to the fact that we had Venus and Cancer. Cancer is home. It's also psychology. It's domestic issues, endings, and parent. And it's also the energy of trying to get things in order. Now, emotional and home, they kind of don't always match, especially with the Justice of Libra coming through. Hi, Luciana. So, be it was happening on your side of the fence or you were physically observing it external to you, again, it has been quite a fatiguing August, moving in, gearing up, ready for Mars retrograde. Now, if you're dealing with the physical energy that you're needing, Mars retrograde is going to fatigue you because a lot more is coming towards you. But it's to fix things, tie things up, and move forward and be very rational. We do have to be careful of ego because we are having on the 6th Venus moving into Leo. So yes, it will be a very strong demeanor. It will be a very leveled up demeanor, but it can be a very egoic energy. But it's facing our connections and looking at where we want to go and having the strength to be able to do it at a healthy level. Now, for you, let's have a look at your chart. A lot of first house placement energies have been coming through, both from Mercury being in that energy, and also between now and October, you're going to find self-esteem, your resources and what you have at your position, where you're building your life energy, how it's hindered you or how it's growing you. It's going to effectively, a judgment is going to be made on that. But there is a transformation between now and October moving forward. With your home, don't be surprised if you start having frequencies by mid-month around the 13th because we're having Jupiter going direct. Now, for you guys, it is very scorpionic in nature. So anything to do with shared resources that are coming up at home, really paying close attention to that. But also you may find that potentially, you're stuck at the moment and you feel that you're comfortable where you are. You want to leave it at the moment, but there can be transformations happening in that area of home. I'm also feeling some of you may need to travel. And although the energy of that there for you guys is due to lockdown energy, some of you, it has been kind of hindered, but you might find that you're spending more time on spirituality, looking at moving a connection to the next level, but something in that energy is transforming and something relating to home. Now, in your employment, between now and 2021, it is going to be amazing. And you're going to go through a 2.5-year transit of that, where whatever you have directly been working on, it is going to upgrade and it's going to change, but it's been taking a little bit of time. And it doesn't have to be that it's, very traditional 3D work. It could be very spiritual, but it is almost in the pursuit of happiness, I'm hearing. It is wider group energy. So it might be on media. It may be something to do with a group. You're doing something in a group energy. So think outside the box when it does come to your career field. But if you are applying for jobs, it would be better to move towards a larger group energy corporations because the energy of Aquarius is global. So be it its marketing, be it its group activities, or in a large workplace with individuals that are working together. Okay, all things Libra for you guys. What's up with this? Probably between now and October, I feel there's some major decisions you're making. Now, the ruin that you've got is connected to black and water. So the color is black, which again, I keep seeing tourmaline, and I've got blue tiger eye here for you. and we have turquoise, which is in reverse. So it can be an imbalance. But again, Virgo energy is higher heart chakra. It's Aries and Chiron. So you guys might be doing a bit of clearing and having some comprehension as to who you are and how you feel. But then again, actually empathically tuning into how others feel. I am always in the right place at the right time with the right people. So with it, on the other side of the card, it says improve timing. Increase the occurrence of synchronistic opportunities. Be inspired with creative ideas. Develop understanding of various cultures and spiritual philosophies. I'm going to tune into this in a minute. I'll leave that there for the moment, and I'll read the other one, and I'll interpret what's coming through. Now, blue tiger eye. Again, I keep feeling with both the blue and the turquoise, it can be head and heart decisions that you're needing to make. And it sort of feels like you're torn. 1 minute you're very rational, and you're trying to comprehend something. The next minute you're coming down into your heart clearing, and then it's released. The other thing is your perspective is both 3D and 5D. And some of you are wondering how to bring them both together. How do you bring the 5D of your spiritual energy and the reality of what you see in the 3D happening? And it's almost like you need to detach from the 3D to a degree. And why I say that is because the 5D nature of what you're thinking, you directly, like Abraham Hicks says, getting into that vortex, you are directly tuning into that channel and it's manifesting. Hi, Big Casino. So while you're doing that, what happens is both higher and lower frequency, you're tuning into a timeline and you're directly attracting it. It is easy for me to see beyond the obvious. Again, third eye, also very 3D. I am focused on my own scarred path. So I think many of you are doing that, but then you're bouncing back to the bigger picture and the things and the circle effect of what's happening around you, and it's directly triggering you. In the past position, this could be to do with a marriage, a contract, a partnership. And where you stand, it could be you or the other person, you feel you don't have as much energy. You're like, what am I doing here? How am I looking at this? Why do I feel so sluggish? Is something going to come to full circle? The ruin links to uncertainty, but it's to do with the past, which again is a 3D perspective of a channel you happen to be on previously. As to where you are now, it's different. You're wanting different things and you're wondering if it's a potential. No image or sound. How is there no image or sound? I don't know how there's no image or sound. Can you hear me now? You sure it's not your side? I don't know. Check. Is it there still? Good old YouTube. Is it working now? Yeah, no? I really don't know. Mystery, chance, and unpredictable event. Yes, okay. Intimate encounters, unfolding, fate, karma, feminine mystery, incubation. Now, in the reverse, which I don't feel it's to do with you. I feel it's to do with the past. So I feel you're looking at individuals or a direct 3D situation with a connection, marriages, contracts, partnerships. And, some people around you might be irritated in fear-based frequency, feeling like they're a victim, faults, mistakes, exposure. I do feel there's a person in your circle, or either you or them, or energies in general, that are going through this transformative effect. So as an empath, you have to be careful what you absorb. Virgo energy can link to the element of health. Fourth house placement collectively with Venus and Cancer was triggering these things. So the circular energy of people around you might have been activating these things. So as an empath, you might be really good at fixing things. But again, I feel you turning in towards yourself and you're checking yourself. You're operating differently in a Virgo frequency. You're trying to do things from a very intuitive point of view. You might not be operating the same way you used to. A trigger might come up and then you're coming back to yourself because you're trying to effectively change your health. This can also be your diet. Let's see, fourth house. So if you guys have been trying to get your diet under control, yes, that's transforming. And I do feel by the 13th, you're really pushing and plowing through towards it. So if you've been eating healthier, doing things more subtly, doing things differently, it is going to benefit you. Again, with the scales and the justice, I do feel you're looking back on the past, use the tools you can, ignore the rest, and try and get that balance back. Even by changing your diet, the frequency of Virgo is health, but it's don't overwhelm yourself. Moving forward, you are going to have the strength to deal with this. And I feel by the 6th, you're going to be feeling more stronger, feeling able to handle adverse situations. But again, you need to steer clear of being triggered by what people say, because again, it does come down to second house placement of self-esteem and the people's channels in which they're coming from in a sense of their own psychological perspective. Try not to take things personal. But I do feel some of you are psychoanalyzing some things people are saying, and it's effectively, it's like you're dissecting things to comprehend. It's a very intellectual psychology way of dealing with something, which is fair enough if you're going to learn from it. But you might not have the time to do those things because, you know, if we're operating from a different person's perspective over our own, just keep coming back to self, because I feel that's the key in this situation. Now, money and fatigue. Again, expenses around the home I do feel are going to come up. And I do feel you need to rest, recoup, replenish. Money may have been spent on situations. And again, your body is having an upgrade and you're going through a transformative experience. So if you find that you're shedding that old skin, with the crow being in the card, both to do with your foundation and your inner child wounds, there's red and yellow on the card, it does make sense. Solutions are going to come to you. Manifestation and co-creativity in a sense of where that income is going to come from. You need to trust the process. If you're dealing with anything, be it your psychology, your belief systems, a connection, what I'm saying is I do feel that you're not going to be the same person in about 3 weeks. So if you feel stuck and you've hit a wall, I feel even from a manifestation point of view, balance the lower chakras. If you don't directly have a solution at a financial level, let go, relax, recoup, meditate. Ask your guides to help you. I do feel a situation and a solution is coming. Try not to be too... And I'm not feeling that you're being tunnel vision. I feel you're stuck with an adverse situation. You're like, is this going to transform and change? Yes, it is. It's just about allowing... Sometimes we say the tower, but I'm not really seeing a tower. Needing to let the cards fall where they fall and then doors open. But don't be surprised if money has gone into connections, family, yeah, and you're really tired, so you're really needing to pay attention closely to the energy you're putting out. Now, as to those of you looking for a career, yes, you know, your energy of what you have to give, I do feel a contract coming. Others of you, I feel your work ethics are impeccable and people are very pleased with what you're doing. So whatever you're putting your energy into, be it your spirituality, be it your place of employment or what you're directly working on, when you work with dual energy, i.e. people that directly have the same demeanor, yes, it flows great. Even if you're not, I do feel you'll find a way to actually achieve this. There is a little bit of like, oh, you know, maybe this isn't the way people see me. And no, in fact, it's your third eye energy. In a way you're seeing it. We can't make everyone happy, but some of you also might be thinking, hey, this is what I want. I want a great contract. I want a great place of employment. I want to be doing things where people are directly working with me. And it's just a conscious upgrade that you're moving into. So with the turquoise in reverse, again, external energies we can't directly control. They can be a soul lesson, and like a magnet, we attract them. But at the same time, you're really trying to sum everything up and be deeply prepared. Okay, hopes, dreams, goals, aspirations. You're in the 9 of Cups energy in reverse. There's been a lot of things that you've been waiting to get off the ground. It might have been a little bit testing. Again, it might have been due to the fact that we did have lockdown energy and things to that degree, plus the amount of work you've put into it. You're just like, do I have the energy? Can I keep going? Are some of my hopes and dreams going to come true? And the things that you're actually putting your energy into, some of you are getting a little frustrated. You're like, I want it now. When is this happening? I energetically feel it. When is this going to move? Again, try to tune out of the old channel and onto the new channel, because the change is directly occurring. Some of you are happy to wait. Others of you're wondering whether you're on the correct path. Calm mental chatter and clear confusion. Take steps to gain a new perspective on life, increase emotional balance. So when it does come to your hopes, dreams, aspirations, your psychic downloads, it might be necessary to just take a step back, recoup. Some of you are feeling somebody's taking you for granted, not seeing your value, but you're willing to work with them. And this could be in the collective energy for Virgos at the moment. Now, again, this has been a common theme coming up with Venus and Cancer. Yes, we're moving into September with different energy, but still some of that residue Venus and Cancer energy is there. Now, there can be conversations coming up at the beginning of the month and having to look at shared resources, who we're dealing with. And because we have Venus and Cancer squaring Lilith, and that's on the 1st, what you're going to find is any past tense karmic events, family may have perspectives on what traditional connections are. You also may feel a little bit betrayed, or maybe family members aren't seeing you in a particular way. But there is this protective energy going on, and there are old subjects to do with the past coming up. Trying to get everyone to match, and maybe for you, you've just got to a point like it is what it is. That's really what I'm feeling. It is what it is. I'm going to accept it. I can't really do anything about it. Now, there is ego to do with who you love. What happened in the past versus where you're going in the future. Now, if that's coming towards you and there was conflict, or there was, a betrayal of some description, an affair or something to that degree, and people have a perspective on your connection, and you are trying to come into duality, and you're having conversations about what connections were in the past versus what they are now, even linking into your love interest, try and understand it's the channel in which they come from. They do love you. It is coming from a place of love. It doesn't mean it's correct. So try and choose what you feel is fine for you and continue to move forward. Again, there is a bit of ego here, but it can be external to you. Now, in your love domain, again, the way I put the cards out, it's up, down, and it's like what goes around comes around. I'm hearing working through each thing. It's like you're feeling 10 steps forward, 10 steps back. This can be your self-esteem or the way you view the direct situation and the connection. Now, some of the things that occurred, I feel you weren't quite prepared for. So your energy is almost like, I need to be prepared. Am I ready? Am I in alignment? What's coming? Because yes, something is coming to a close, and I feel most of you are feeling it. You're allowing this new energy to come in. You're allowing all that old energy to go so that you can have the rebirth of this. And that can be even pain from the past, memories of the past, healing. There also could be an anniversary of a person who passed, which is bringing up more emotional issues. But again, all of this is coming through with all the collective reads per zodiac, is that the psychic protection, the 4D, Neptune and Pisces retrograde, and loved ones who have passed over are all guiding you at the moment. But you need to call your guides in to help you with adverse situations. Now, if there's toxicity, or you're dealing with someone that has addictive tendencies, it could be on your side of the fence, it could be on their side of the fence. It is a purgatory effect. And you find that there will be blockages in the lower chakras. So if you can do some meditation in the lower chakras, you can use crystals to balance those areas. You're going to find it's going to flow. And I do feel around the 9th, some subjects to do with this can come through. And this is a rebirth. This is energy of potentially even your guides coming through to move this forward, to have this fruitful new beginning. But something from the past is being tied up. Some of you are feeling like, are you ready to? Is this person ready to? Are we moving to the next level? It's not that they're not. It's a purgatory effect of letting go of the past. Because where they are is in their faith. They're tapping into their spirituality, their upgrade. Yes, in the past, there might have been a betrayal. There might have been external energies at play. And even if there are currently, it's being purged and they're going to tap into their energy to ascend and to move out of this. They do have the tools. Sometimes the direct circumstances need to occur. God, I'm going to have to hurry up because I'm waiting on a phone call. Sorry. And then I'll come back again. I'm coming back again. I'll do a super chat today. Okay, so they are going to have the tools to be able to actually address this. But overall, the way you're looking, you're manifesting this. You're in that manifesting energy. And you might be very straightforward in the way you want things. And I kind of feel they're coming to you with this. So it's almost step back, allow them to come towards you. If you're in this connection, I do feel they're going through a transformative effect. It can be on their family side, things that are coming through for them and how they're perceiving. You might want to help them, but it's just something that you need to allow to transform and them to do their soul upgrading. But it's not a personal thing, but you guys potentially might get triggered. So try not to get triggered because, how do I put it? It's not, what I'm hearing is it's not your fault. It's a private scenario they're dealing with. You have the energy to be able to help, but what you need to do is let go and let them sort that energy themselves. Does that make sense? Love and light. I'll be back shortly. Bookings below.